Welcome. It's our
What's that?
sweet little Trixie. Hey, Trixie.
Who's that?
She actually is making eye contact with with the screen.
You
You're
clever girl, aren't you?
so,
You clever girl.
she is a sweet little girl. So tell us quickly, Stuart. So where did you get her from? Because you're a dog walker. Is that
So
right?
I used to go and do puppy visits for her when she was 8 weeks old.
Oh, I see.
And unfortunately, her old owners, her original owners, shall I say, they had financial difficulties and they couldn't look after her anymore. So I asked if I knew anyone who wanted her, and of course, I jumped to the chance because she was such a lovely little girl, and she's
Uh,
been with me ever since.
Wonderful. And I mean, she looks so lovely and healthy, but did she and you made me laugh so much with your description, because I always ask people for their dog's name so that
Yeah.
when I send the products, I can obviously personalize it and put the dog's name. So people will put Dave. And you put Trixie, aka problem child. So
Correct.
why did Trixie start off as a problem child?
Um,
Definitely not in her character.
so it started off with obviously the whole allergies situation, and her skin just scratching and itching, it will flare up all the time. But then just other little things, she would not probably not related to it. She was always seemed to be rolling in fox poo and just being generally naughty and just causing problems. So she
Yes,
ended up being a
okay.
problem child.
And how long did that go on for with her?
Probably about a year.
A year.
She's
And
much
what
she's
was
much better.
she eating? What was she eating at the time when you
Oh
first
God!
met
At the time, she was actually on a raw. We put her on a raw diet.
her? Okay.
We spoke to like many nutritionists out there, and we
Yeah.
tried the raw food. And honestly, we thought we was going down the right option, but actually, some of it made her a lot worse
Yeah.
than what
Yeah.
she was originally.
And so what made you transition then from a complete opposite, from the raw food to the solo vegetal to the plant-based?
So basically, we did allergy tests on her. We did
Yeah.
one through the vets, and to be honest, the report was not clear enough. I did one online, which I found it's a lot cheaper, and it's not wasn't a clear allergy test either, but it did give me a better understanding of what she could and couldn't have,
Okay.
and a lot of it did actually match up with the vets ones, and it turns out pretty much all meat products she couldn't
Yeah.
eat. So
Yeah.
we just decided that the only way forward was a vegan option for her.
Well
I mean,
done.
she
And
still
well,
has problems now, but that's environmental, not
yes,
food.
absolutely. And the main thing that you're doing is you're actually giving her the tinned solar vegetal, which what you're doing is you're actually reducing the amount of, because Frenchies are renowned for having skin issues. Obviously, they do have other issues with their breathing, but we choose Frenchies because actually they look like human babies. And it's a natural it's a natural thing for us to have this absolute love for something that has these bulging eyes, lots of wrinkles, looks like a baby. But equally, Frenchies and pugs actually have fear of humans bred out of them completely, which is what makes them such incredible characters, such likable characters. So we're choosing them for their looks, we're choosing them for their characters, but by choosing a breed that has this flat nose, has all these issues, they do come with their problems, as you so mentioned, her problem child, your little Trixie, and certainly skin issues. I mean, putting aside the respiratory problems, but skin issues in Frenchies is a massive one. So you did the right thing to obviously go down the route of testing, seeing what she could possibly be allergic to. Interesting how you compared the one online, which there have been surveys done showing that they've actually sent in samples of fur from a stuffed teddy bear and fur from a dog, and those companies, some of them have actually come up with allergens from the stuffed teddy bear. So so there is proof that actually the results you get from there are not great, but you did the right thing as you compared what the veterinary survey was of what she could be allergic to. So the most common thing that dogs are allergic to is environmental allergens. and the most common environmental allergen, I had my own dog who suffered with this, is house dust mites. Which is the most common allergen that you're going to get in all dogs that causes skin issues. And it's impossible to get rid of house dust mites because every single home that you're going to live in is going to have them. You can't see them. They're prevalent. They're everywhere. But what happens is you also get these dust mites, and we call them storage mites, in dry dog food, which is why people actually resort to raw food, because at the end of the day, it does help the skin because they're not being exposed to these storage mites that you get in dry dog food. But equally, tinned food, homemade, plant-based, again, you're reducing that environmental allergen of the storage mites hugely, but then you've gone one step further and you've realized that actually the top allergen, if it's going to be a food problem, is actually meat. Vets don't tell you this, pet food companies don't tell you this, but the studies have been done, and actually meat is the top allergen in dogs. So without knowing it, you've chosen the best possible diet that you could for Trixie, for her condition, for her breed. You've chosen the wet, and you've chosen the plant-based, and you've chosen one of the top ones, which is Sola Vegetal. And did you notice changes in her behavior when she went from the raw to the plant-based?
Yeah, she did seem to calm down a lot with just when we was out as well, and she wouldn't be like going off and itching and just things like that. Just she did change a lot. Actually for the better. She's a much better, calmer dog now. Since she was since we had her on the raw. This change, she's much calmer. She's happy.
Perfect. Because plants do have that natural, they carry everything that she needs. But so obviously her body is far more relaxed. She's getting all the nutrients she needs, but they do carry a lot of the calming amino acids. They're very high in things like tryptophan, and these are amino acids that are the precursors of serotonin. So they actually calm, they keep you calmer, which is why people who are plant-based tend to be calmer and more, or just happier, really. But obviously in her instance, just the reduction in her itching is going to make her feel so much happier. And what about palatability, going from a raw food, which we always assume is going to be a lot more palatable to dogs because we think, oh, dogs must, but going from there to tinned Sola Vegetal, what was that like?
So actually, she went absolutely mad for your food. She loved it. So when we opened the tin for the very first time, she chased us around flat, looking for it, because I was looking at it. And to be honest with you, I actually tried it as well.
Oh, good. Good for you.
I like to try some of my dog food, not all of it, but hers smelled good and it tasted good. So yeah.
You stop.
Every morning she spins around in the kitchen when she gets it, and at night time as well. She does exactly that too. She just loves it.
Perfect. Oh, you
have bought your the dry biscuits as well, which we use for her treats when we take her out for a walk. Just obviously training treats as well.
Lovely.
Finding treats for a vegan dog is quite hard, so that's where we use your biscuits, and they're great. It's all great.
Perfect. Oh gosh, well done you, because that's just such good news to hear. But what I mean, another positive that you won't even have considered is the environmental impact your one little Trixie is having, in that a dog that's on a raw food or a high meat based diet, you're losing about 1 cow a year, which environmentally, I mean, just for the issue of welfare of animals is just so lovely to think of, because we all love animals, but the environmental impact is huge, because a dog eating meat with every one of their meals is far more than a human, because we don't eat meat with every meals if we're not vegan. So her environmental impact has gone down considerably. So your little Trixie is definitely not a problem child.
Not
She
anymore.
is.
Maybe with some of her little things, but no, she's not a problem child. Not
No,
anymore. But she's always
yeah.
going to be known as a problem child because of how she started off with us, and
Yes.
we don't care. We love her to pieces.